Time is a very interesting thing. Because if you're thinking about time, we cannot disconnect time from our relationship to space. Even from ancient times, we look at the sky, we saw the sun moving, we put sticks in the ground, and we tried to understand those cycles. Time can be also something very important to us. Something that can bring people together and change our perception on space and time. So for that we have Brage W Johansen joining us to talk about how Earth moves and how space and time can bring us together. Brage, you have the stage.
Thank you very much. So I come from Norway. We have a big Czech book. We can buy SpaceX starships and go to the moon if you want, to build on what Dan said. Where do I park this? Is it? Oh, okay. So I'm the CEO of Spectrum Blue, which is a very interesting company. We have a space program and an earthly program. But I'm not going to talk about Spectrum Blue. I'm going to talk about my other project, which is called Earth Moves. And a little bit about myself. I'm sitting in different boards of space companies and space organizations. I'm also a member of Planetary Society and SETI Institute and the Long No, and of course of the FRSA. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, Silvio, for the opportunity to talk to you. And I'm going to talk about the moon. And I'm going to talk about time. So, I think we have to mentally change, or mentally develop how we think about near-Earth astronomy. Thanks to Brandon Cox and Neil deGrasse Tyson and everybody, we know more about, or the common people know more about supernovas than about the moon. But we really need to learn about the basic things close to us. So, the moon will be the 8th continent. We have 7 continents on Earth. This will be the 8th continent. And I think we will go into a new era of exploration and business. So, the moon. Here's one funny fact. There are places on Earth which are harder to get to than the moon, even though we're not there today. But it takes 3 days. It takes 3 days to get to the moon. It takes 3 days to get up the moon and back to Earth. That's the kind of Apollo cycle. So this is important to kind of think about. And another thing, which is quite shocking, I think, for many people, is that you need a tremendous amount of energy to get to the moon. Here symbolized with a Saturn V rocket. Use all of that rocket to get to Leo and then further to the moon. But to get back from the moon to Earth. And the numbers that you see here is just kind of, it's only Newton. It's not any technology taken into account. It's only Newton, like the gravity energy. You use to get 100 tons of, for example, a metal or solar cells or whatever you could use at the moon. To send it from the moon to Earth, it takes about 100 kilowatt hours. So it is less energy you need to send something from the moon to any place on Earth than it takes to take the same mass in a ship over this. So when we are at the moon, when we now put people and a lot of robots, I guess, and make bases, moon bases, and start mining and start working there, export to Earth is inevitable. It is economic. And so the green text there, can moon save Earth? Well, if you mine things on the moon, it's environmentally friendly, it's climate friendly, you don't have to move any people, you don't have to destroy any nature, and it is a huge amount of resources there. And it is a moon race going on right now. It's between the United States and China. And they're going there to get infinite energy supply, as Dan mentioned, and I guess you also mentioned, about solar power that is infinite when you get into space. And it's almost infinite resources on the moon. We don't know which resources are there. Of course, we have to map, but we have done that before. And it is the largest stepping stone for solar system expanse. So we need to get there, and it's a moon race. And I like that it is a moon race. I guess most of us are Europeans here in this room. So I like it that the United States and China are competing to get to the moon, because then we get more solutions. If there was only one project to get to the moon, then we get one solution on how to solve things. We need more solutions. We need diversity. The question is, where is Europe? And then we have Elon Musk. So have you heard about his gigafactory for Starship? He's building it now. And it's going to produce one Starship a day in operation. And he's going to launch several Starships each day, every day. So I mean, it's going to be like Heathrow when he's going to the moon. Competition is good, but I can assure you, or I hope, that we will unite when we get to the moon, because there's lots of things to collaborate on there, even though we have different solutions. I mean, we have to survive the moon night, we have to protect against radiation meteor showers, collaborate if there are accidents, coordinate space traffic, waste management, pollution, noise from radio and light, register lunar objects, protect special interested areas on the moon, and of course there should be some technical standards. Actually there, Europe is good. You talk about mobile phones. Exploration, that is a big one. And I think that unites us, even though there will be land grabbing on the moon grabbing. And on the back side of the moon, the far side of the moon, which is pointing away from us all the time, that's an excellent place to put new telescopes that will actually make James Webb telescope small in comparison. And we can actually look at exoplanets from the back side of the moon. And then I will enter my more philosophical thing, which is time. What time zone do you want to have on the moon? Well, I'm standing in London, so that's obvious, isn't it? It should be. But I've been playing with the moon watch. What you're really afraid of, or not afraid of, but what you really have to consider is the moon shadow, the moon night. It spends 29.5 days to get around. But I think there will be 3 time zones on the moon. There will be one for Houston and one for Beijing, and hopefully London for the UTC up there. We don't need that much better, but why Beijing and why Houston? Of course, because they are the dominant players, and they want to communicate with their homes. So that will decide it, I guess. But I'm not going to spend so much time on this, because we, Earthlings, we also have to develop our mind. We have to be more aware of the near-Earth space and time. And actually, we have lost something on the way here in our modern industrial era, because nature and space is connected. And these watches here are not helping us. They are only expensive jewelry that makes us, well, of course they have this important thing that they make us gather here today at the same time. It coordinates machines, and it coordinates humans, and it coordinates humans acting like machines. But they are totally disconnected from astronomy and nature. And let me show you how and why. What time units do nature care about? Well, there are no biological process that takes 1 second. I challenge you, try to find them. No biological process that takes 1 second, or 1 minute, or 1 hour. No. Try to find that. There are no astronomical processes either. So nature, they react to portions of energy, which is the sunrise, the sunset, the day. Moon is extremely important for nature. And moon governs also the tides. And of course, you have the seasons. So that is what nature cares about. And can we combine that into this mechanical time that we are so fond of, and which we need, of course? Well, maybe it's because I come from Norway that I have a North Pole perspective on things. And it's when you look at the world from the North Pole, then you see it's quite obvious. You have 24 hours around the world. You have the Earth spinning counterclockwise. You have the Moon spinning counterclockwise. The Earth and the Moon is orbiting the Sun counterclockwise. But this is very important for making a watch that makes you understand it.
What is time? No time without movement. Earth moves in orbit round the Sun. Earth rotates through day and night. Moon orbits Earth. That is why we have time. That's why we divide the year into moons or months. Humans also divide time in seconds, minutes, hours, weeks. But in nature, no such time intervals exist. Meet the Earth Moves Watch, a natural timepiece. Aligned with nature, aligned with space. Get down to Earth.
So the digital version is on the Earth Moves web. I'll show you the web address at the end. But again, if you look at Earth from the North Pole, then you can explain so many things. You can see exactly where the moon is. This is on Tuesday. Took a screenshot. The sunrise and the sunset in Norway. I call it empathy time zones. I put Shanghai, Houston, and London there, but you can choose anywhere, of course. The long line is where I was on Tuesday, 3rd of March. The red and the blue dot is the Chinese and the International Space Station. You can show all the meteor showers when they come, because they always come in this direction. And you can also show the solar flares and, of course, the aurora, borealis, if you want that. So suddenly, with this picture, you can show a lot of things and explain a lot of things to all. So the digital version is out there. You can go on and look at it after this meeting or during this meeting. But the fun thing is to make a mechanical watch, which do the same thing. So we made a mechanical version of it, where you see the moon and the day and the night. Of course, what's very good with a mechanical watch is that it is filthy expensive to buy. But it's very nice. And actually next week you can order such a watch. But it's, I'm very happy to be here at the Royal Society of Watches. Because I want, idealistically, not capitalistically, idealistically I want, of course, more people to think about this, to work on this. I have a range of products that I want to work with, so I'm looking for partners, I'm looking for designers, product developers, investors, whatever, that wants to join this mission. So please contact me, either on LinkedIn or on the FRSA app, if you want to be part of this. And since this is a mental thing to kind of, for you to develop and for everybody, I've also written, we will sell this watch with the book. Watch with the book. So this is good. I have some copies here, free for some lucky people, if you want that. And yeah, I hope that you see that this is the way it goes. Thank you.